Special thanks to amfAR. I am so honored to be here tonight. You will have noticed that I'm not alone. These are my friends, and I will introduce them in a moment. But I'd like to start by taking you back to when I first became involved with the Chui Foundation, the work of a wonderful man, Mr. Chung To. He heard about the plight of orphans. He heard about the plight of orphans in Chinese villages whose parents had given blood to earn a living and in the process contracted the HIV virus. He was so shocked by all this that he walked away from a fabulous and lucrative career in banking to support these children living in this nightmare. I was instantly drawn to the cause and planned to visit the villages to find out more. However, not everyone reacted quite as I'd expected. Some expressed concern about the danger to my health. Others advised that I should join some less risky charities. Far from putting me off, these reactions made me realize just how important this work was, because these are common misconceptions. A cancer sufferer, a diabetic, someone with heart disease, we praise their battle with illness. We praise their heroic fight. We do all we can to help them. But AIDS is different. It is still clouded by ignorance and misunderstanding, which creates prejudice. Because this is more than an illness requiring treatment. It is a social stigma. We gain an insight into this world when the charity asks for help, and a potential sponsor says, "Oh, we only help innocent people," as if our children were guilty or deserved this. On another occasion, we took our kids to visit a university. All went well until the cafeteria manager heard that our kids were AIDS impacted. He then kicked us out. The school did intervene, but we were forced to eat from disposable plates and cutleries. There is still an appalling prejudice and stigma attached to AIDS, and my friends here have to live with it every day. Let me introduce Xi Yuan, Xiaozhen, Cici, Shuaikan, Xiaofei, Xingxing. They are couples. They are all HIV positive, but they each have a child who is three-year-old girl, living healthily without the virus. We have helped 52 couples in this way. Thanks to medical advancement, none of the babies were born with HIV. Frank and Ray, can you please step forward and say hi to everyone? They are university students. Ray was infected with HIV through mother-to-infant infection, and Frank was infected through blood transfusion when he was a child. They are both HIV positive too, and yet they are living happy and fulfilling lives and working very hard at university. Hestia, Hugo, Tong Tong, Xiaoman. They are all studying at different levels, from primary and secondary school to university. They do not carry the HIV virus, but they have been persecuted because their parents had AIDS. Many of our kids have been kicked out of school because they are AIDS impacted. Education should be a basic right for every child. We are successfully fighting AIDS, the illness, so much so it's no longer a death sentence. But the stigma that is still attached to the word are still ruining lives. In fact, there is so much prejudice in our society that it seems safer to hide in the shadows. But today, my courageous friends are stepping out to show that they are no different, that there is nothing to be ashamed of. Which is why this award should not be only for me, but for all the HIV victims and their families who are fighting against this prejudice. It should be for everyone who has helped shatter the myths that still exist around AIDS. Let me be more specific. AIDS is not a symptom of homosexuality. You cannot catch AIDS by sitting on a toilet seat. You cannot catch AIDS in a playground, or in a swimming pool, or by shaking hands. or by being sympathetic or sociable. A cure for AIDS, the illness, is so close. And because of amfAR's dedication and persistence, we have reasons to dream that it is only a few years away. But for those whose lives have already been hit so hard, there can be a better way. Love. Which is where I'd like to introduce my last friend, Chui. Chui, can you come over here, please? Chui? He's a bit shy. Chui is in primary school, year 5. He has HIV. His parents have already died of AIDS. 3 years ago, his brother died too, leaving Chui shocked and depressed. He was left alone in this world, expecting his fate to be the same as everyone he had loved. But our team came to the rescue, helping, supporting, loving. I thought twice about bringing Chui here tonight because he's so young. But it is so important for him to see that he is not alone, that there are so many people like you here tonight who are here to support people like him and the cause. And it will mean so much more to us if all of you can wake up tomorrow and spread the word. AIDS is not a label. It is nothing to be ashamed of. It is simply a vicious virus, and fighting it requires endless reserves of bravery. Lastly, I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to my friends, and especially my parents and my incredible husband, Martin, who have supported me all along. They have the biggest hearts. And of course, thank you, amfAR, for this honor. I accept it on behalf of my friends here. It's a wonderful thing to receive an award, but the true reward is in the lives that we are able to touch. So thank you for your support, and let's continue to fight this together. Thank you.